Hello, traders. How are you? Good morning. We are right at New York Open. I'm going to get right into it. We're gonna trade on the 5 minute. Remember, this is educational purposes only. Educational purposes only. Let me go ahead and show my disclaimer. And all right, we got to boogie. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it. We're right here on the 5 minute. We're going to trade off of the 5. It's at a perfect setup for us. Looking for an engulfing candle to take us which way it'll go. It would be kind of interesting because I need my other chart up. This is going to be interesting trading off of this time frame. I really want to see this one chart. I need this other chart. I need my other scalping chart up, and I don't have it up. I was messing with my levels. I was messing with my levels before we got on. So many things to do before open. Come on. Then this chart's got to get fixed. Oh, come on, mama. It's not moving. All right. Come on. I think my subconscious likes being the last minute. It's like I thrive off of that lateness. I am trying to get this 15-second. It's at 104 and I got to go all the way to 106. Here we go. So I can see if it looks like she's going to fake us out on this 5 minute. I normally do not trade the 5 minute. So I want to see how this plays out. I'm going to hit a sell at 3. And we'll see if she fakes us out or not. Because hold on, I'll try to think out loud. I need another chart up. That's a good one. That might have sounded a little bit bad. That was my signal. I might have to change that sound. What I'm looking is that she might just fake us out here and then go back up because she likes to do that. And then trading on the 5 minute really makes a big difference. So this may be temporary. My other charts are going to tell me better. I really dislike it when I don't have all of my charts ready and up. So share in the, share with us if you have bad habits that you need to stop doing. Mine is not having all of my stuff ready in time, like identifying this pivot level right here was really important for me. So I had to change that all around. I'm not really into not being so ready. Okay, we're sitting on the 800 on the 30-minute. That's good to know. So if this thing sells, we're sitting on the 800 on the 30. Let's see if we can see that. Oh, the 800. My broker, it's the other one. I'm going to have to change that sound. I'm going to have to change that sound. I'm not really liking that. This will be interesting to see if this trend really does sell or if this is just a temporary fake out and then it goes back up. So what I'm looking to do here is I want to go. Oh, I need to go back to my 5-minute. I want to go 4 levels. That's the problem with these lines. That we're going to have to fix that. That's going to be a problem. Okay, I'm looking to see these numbers are a problem. Okay, the 200 points. Okay, so down into here is where I could see her going. I'm really trying to not get frustrated with myself. I really do want this trade to play out well because okay, we're gonna have to definitely change that. This may just be a reversal. What we should, well, we'll see if she turns around on us. See, this is that turnaround I was thinking about. She may just turn around on us. I normally do not trade the 5-minute on Bitcoin, but we did it yesterday and let me see this real quick first. I don't want to go this high. I don't need to go this high. It should take off. If it's going to take off, if this setup plays out, I really don't need my stop loss so high. Now let's see what happens. Let's just lose the money and see what happens. I'll put it up to here, but I don't really think I need to. See, that was that short sell down. And now maybe she'll buy back up. This is pretty interesting to trade the 5-minute. I tell you what. Um, because her normal behavior is she'll do this, what she did. She'll sell down like she did, and then ricochet and go back up, and then really do the trend up to maybe 3 times. So on the 5-minute, you normally can just see what happens. So that's what we're looking at. I hope that makes sense. On the 5-minute, let me look at this 2-minute. I don't need to be all the way up here now. With that reversal, looks good. Oh, we're on the 200. Need her to break and close below here. This is a very strong pivot level. I'm actually surprised she's respecting that zone. Usually she just doesn't give a care about it. Usually she don't really care. So you can see my profit and loss up here at the top. Profit loss, my account size. This is one of my combines. Let me move me over to here. Let's see, we'll go 2%. Where are you going to go? Okay, over here. And then over here is where I can close it and everything with this platform. Okay, we're coming up on our, it's set in the 21 here, this darker black. That's our 21 EMA. So it's trying to push through that. We did have a huge buy up. Let's go to our 15 minutes. Let's do our fib now. I wasn't able to do that. So she does pull back. I mean, we're looking into here. If she pulls down, that's where we can see her going. Or she'll come back up here and retest back up. So, I was holding the mic wrong. If we have that back up, that's 520. So let's pull this in a little bit. We may just want to see this on the 15-minute visibility, just on the 15-minute. Got to really move around a lot. Hurry up. Go back to the 5. Okay. Don't know what that dotted line is. That bothers me. Oh, that's probably my stop loss, huh? I'm like, I don't like that line. That's funny. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, we're going to make this. I've always had it on lines, but now I'm going to go back to dots. I'm going to go back to lines and see if I like that. Seems like I just had a too much distraction on my chart. All right, 5 minute. Boy, we got the 200 below us on the 2 minute. We're now below it, but on my other broker is 173 points lower. So my EMAs are going to be different compared to this broker. Um, I'm going to do a session in the afternoon. Maybe today I will. Maybe not though, because this kind of takes some prep time and I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. But next week I will do a session on YouTube live and we'll do how you are able to convert your broker's price to maybe like say you're using TradingView and then you're using like Top Step, for instance, and the price numbers are different because a lot of them aren't the same. And people aren't sure, like, well, I want to go to a certain zone on TradingView. Where is that number on what is that price number on my platform that I'm doing my uh trades on, my challenges on? And so we'll go through that formula, that math formula, because when I'm trading live like this and I'm trading multiple accounts at one time, like I just want it to be automatic, just like riding a bike or adding or multiplying. I'm better at multiplying. I want it to be so automatic to me. And for some reason, it's not an automatic process to me. Maybe some of you it is, which is really good. But if not, I'm going to go through that and give a bunch of different type of scenarios, case studies, or examples, all the same words, same meanings of situations that come up like that. Okay. So I hope that'll be really cool and really helpful. So good that this trade is looking much better. 10, make this 10, make this 10, make this 10. Okay, nice, nice, nice. So now with this strength of momentum thus far, coming into this zone looks really good. Looks nice and strong, very nice, healthy candles, loving it. We may be able to add now. We're going to add on our color change. We're going to add off of the 2 minute. Here's our 5 minute. Let me see how I'm going to wait on this candle to close on the 2 minute just to be sure. And then I just realized that I didn't learn how to close one position, not the other one that's most in profit. So that's a bummer. So here going down to where we want is 530 points. So, oh gosh, I don't have nothing going on. Jeez. Okay, 22 seconds left on this candle to close to go ahead and take the ad. We could have gotten in on this candle. Some people will be early, but we didn't turn into this panel until just like 30 seconds ago. So the candle had already started. So what I do at this point is I look at my 15-second to see what's going on, see if my 800's anywhere near. And she's not, she's above us. So really, we should have a nice glide down. I have a 800 in front of me. I'm going to see how we do. And I am just going right to here this time. If we have a pullback, I really just anticipate it come up and the 21 be able to hold it and she go back down. So I will hold the pullback. I won't get out. I'll hold the whole pullback. I will lose profit, but I have the confidence that this 21 will hold it and she'll continue to this zone right here. Okay. Okay. She's looking really good. Nice, strong momentum. I like it. Very nice power move. She's power moving. Let's go to the 1 minute real quick. I think we got the 800 right at us on the where we want to get out at. So that was really good. That's why it's so important to have multiple windows open. Okay, we got the 1 minute, the 2 minute, and the 5 minute. The 5 minute, when I was just on the 5, I had no idea that 800 was right there. So she could very well just tap that and then I do want to move my stop into profit but then I said I want to hold it for the pullback because I really do feel that she will continue to sell to this location before she does a pullback. So on my 5 minute, the one on the right, the very last panel, if she does pull back on these lower time frames, I really do feel it will continue to hit this zone before that the 21 will be able to hold her down in our sell if she pulls back. Now, normally when I'm scalping and not trading just the 5 minute, I'm moving my stop into profit right now, probably to about up here, up into this location. So that would look like, let me, let me, let me make this a 1 minute. Put this on the 5 real quick because I want to see where I do have my stop loss. Looks like I have my stop at, let me see where I have it. Hopefully I can do this at the same time. I have it at 106, 165. So put this back on 3. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We got to really watch. If the one good thing is, oh my God, I have it on the freaking one, is if she, hold on, I'm trying to, what I'm thinking right now is, how she'll behave at this 800. 385 points till it. Let's see. I think this is going to be a really good trade. 240 points. So if I did want to move my stop down, if I was scalping off of the 1 minute, I would, like I said, I would be following this zone or this zone. So let's see if it would kick me out. Oops. We'll see if that kicks me out. Because we have our stop up here on the 5 minute. That's where we have it. We have our stop up here where I'm like, no, Anna, you're going to hold it. I was watching this one guy. He's the owner of TradeZella or something like that. I forget his name. And he had a really cool idea. He was saying that he does check-ins with himself when he's trading every 15 minutes. So even like at 9:30, and then he'll like write like 9:45. How is he feeling? What's going on? So 9:45, what I'm saying is I believe the 5 minute 21 EMA will hold price I am not moving my stop into profit on 1 minute as I normally would, because I want to see if 5-minute 21 EMA will hold. There's just not enough room on my desk. Price bought up high. Price bought up high last night. So at the R8 on 5-minute, so should be able to pull back. Okay. I'm feeling good about this trade. I'm feeling good about this sell trade. Okay. So we will see what transpires. Okay. Oh man, I was in good profit. Now it looks like I'm not. Okay. That's okay. So remember right here on this left panel, I was going to move my stop into profit here. So that would only have been $1.50. That doesn't make any sense, right? Oops, I moved my chart. I wish I didn't move my chart. I just moved my chart so it moved those lines. Maybe I can control Z it. Oh Lord, no. Okay, this is kind of did a control Z on my computer. So it looks like this was where at that time when I drew that line, this is where the one line was at, and now the second one's right here. So what that is meaning is that this 21 EMA, the short-term trend, is calculating every price average from the last 20 candles. So it's measuring that type of information and putting it into a formula. So as when we were here at that time, it was higher, but since there's more momentum and the average of the price, the line averages out nicely to go, and it goes lower. So like this 5-minute, let's do a line so we can see it. Let's see if I can do this. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So right here, and we'll say it was the 21 EMA at 9:59. Oh, is there news at 9:59? Oh, come on. It is 10 a.m. Alfie on credit card due today. Today at 11 a.m. 21 EMA on 5-minute at 10 a.m. Okay. Because it will move down, and I want you to see that. Lock that. Lock it, lock it, lock it, lock it. Okay, it's locked. All right. So we would have gotten kicked out in the profit. So we would have had to re-enter if we got out, moved our stop into profit. we're like really right near it. So that would be $49 that we would have received, but now we would have had to re-enter. So re-entering would be right now, and then stop loss up at above your 50, this green line. When it does something like this, it's for me, I'm going back to my 5 minute and 1 minute chart, and I'm going to go back to the 5 because you can psych yourself out and holding the trade based on what's going on. So our 5 minute, now we're in consolidation. You can see it better. But if you're trading off of the 5 like I am, I feel okay. I still feel like, yeah, this is a nice solid trade for it to go to the location I want it to go to. Our momentum is still moving down nicely. Our 15-minute is moving down nice. We are on my trading view. I have me sitting on the 800 and the 50 is right above me. So I got a lot of support and resistance, which that does not excite me. That makes me a little cautious about my trade. Might want to take profit. So right here would be a good time where you would have back testing of situations like this when the market's in these type of locations. And what does it normally do? Does it push on through and go to the location that you want? Or does she not? And she does it another time, but not in this session. So even though like my 800, I don't know why my 800 is not showing here, is not at all on this 15-minute. Look, if we brought it all the way down to here, that would have been 1,489. That's good to know. If she came down to this zone right here, that would be $800 trade. We'll put her up into here. If we put her where we want her to go, which is right here, that's a 223 trade. So we're actually at a 1-to-1 risk to reward, which isn't that grand because I have my stop loss up higher. But I really want to see if actually, if you look at this on the 15-minute, where we have placed our 21 is actually, I'll show you in a second. Here's our 21 EMA on the 15-minute. So we have our stop loss even higher off of the 5, where I decided to put on the 5-minute. I did put it a lot higher. Hold on, I'm looking at this. This thing might turn around. Oh, here's our 1 hour. Look at our 1 hour. 1 hour where we want to go. She might not do this. Our 800 is also in the way. I have the 800 on my trading view. I have my 800 right and my 50 right at that location. This is good to know right here. 15-minute 30. Let's see if that's still true. We're going to also say 800 EMA and 800 EMA and 800 1 hour. That's huge. So we might not make that through to where we want to go. But the part of me, as soon as I say that, wants to say, well, let's find out what the market gives you and see if she does. So that's why it's really good to be like, okay, well, I already have the sample size of I already have the sample size of how many times that type of situation appears, and this is how many times it does go through. So you have more probability information that you're okay. And I don't have that data. I haven't done the back testing, but that's a good project to do. I mean, you definitely want to do that. I just have been doing so much with my life in the past years. All right, now let's pay attention to what's going on. Looks like we're going to have my Exodus cross for the 15-minute. And if that happens, we should be good. We should be good to go. Okay, so it's 10:08, and I did that note at 9:45. So now at 10:08, my 15-minute check-in. 15. Oh, we're not on the 5-minute. Let's go back to the 5-minute. Okay, that looks much better. There is your re-entry right there. I think I'm already in a lot. I'm in 6 positions. So this here is your ad. You can wait for the candle to close, 1 minute and 13 seconds left. Or if you want to wait until it gets, but remember, this is like right here. I need to put like something bigger. Like this zone right here is really, really strong. Like even just this area right now, a lot of heat because this 800 1 hour EMA is right there. Like that's really huge. So even just coming into here, I may just close 3 positions because she may reject. 15-minute. Okay, so we have the 15-minute 50 and then 800 1 hour right above our 15-minute HB, our 15-minute heartbeat take profit. Now, what she might do too, and we'll just have to add, is if she does break down through here, what we might do is just bring this down. Oh, we're already right there. If I know Bitcoin, if she pushes through this zone right here, she could very well push down even harder to this 800. And then we can get more yum down to this 800. So let's just put it there and see what she does. And boy, I am so tempted. Like I feel it automatically. My body wanting to. Okay, you got to move this down into profit. But what we're doing is we're holding this zone here with the knowledge that this 21 will hold this trade and it will fulfill itself within our session here. Now let's look at this now on the lower time frame so you know what you would be doing. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, now she's approaching right on that heat there, and then she's on the 50. So if she pushes through here, oh shoot, I had that on the 5 minute. Okay, so we have the 1 minute on the left, in the middle of the 2 minute, and on the right is the 5 minute. Okay, right now we're on a very strong area of support and resistance, as well as it jumped here. Then there's our 800 as well. If she can push down, right, she'll push to this 800 or she'll push above it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my profit right at this zone, right in this zone here. She might push all the way back down into it, but I'm not going to wait for that. So let's see how much of a difference that is. So 331 to 217. So that's kind of a lot. We actually do want her to pull back like this. So she'll have more strength to push down. We're sitting on a lot of support. We really are asking a lot from her, but when you look at it like on this, it doesn't look very good. Looks for me, it looks very like, I don't know if she'll get it or not. You might just want to take your profit now. Um, but when I put it on the bigger picture, the 5 minute, I'm like, yeah, she's struggling, but she should go there. You should be able to get into here. I would say, yeah, we have, a drop, pivot, pause. We got one more 35 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. You should be able to get down there. But we're sitting on a lot of EMAs. Now, if you traders remember, I forget what that blue line was for. We had done that for a purpose. I think that was the 1 minute something. And I was showing you how the black line changes as time goes. Oh yeah, we're going to have a 15-minute Exodus cross too. So let's look at that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if this 15-minute Exodus cross plays out, we will pass all of this and it won't matter. All this won't matter. If there's enough momentum in the market, um here's our we still are selling. Let's see what the 15 minute. Oh, see, we're right on the 50 right now. The 50 EMA, not the 50 of this fib. Let me make sure I did this fib correctly. Okay, so I'm asking it to break this 50 EMA, which she might not do. Oh, and I'm right on that 1 hour. That's kind of big there. I do want to look at that. See how she responds. So you can see how she responds to that. We'll put it on the 1 hour here. And then we're going to put it on the 5 here. I'm going to put it on. We're literally right here on this candle. So this 800 is right there. I really want, that's a strong area of support and resistance. I'm so tempted to bring my trade down. Gosh, let me write that down. 1017. So tempted to move stop into profit, but holding initial 21 EMA. I'm holding the initial 21 EMA stop loss because I want to see if she does pull back, that it still would hold it, that pullback. I just want to see for myself if that would hold it. I will lose all my profit. I know that, but I want to see if that would hold it or not. That might be a silly move. People be like, okay, girlfriend, do that on your demo or whatever. But I'm doing it the way I want to do it. If she breaks this 800 that I know on TradingView, I really know how she moves on TradingView. And if she pushes through this 800 on TradingView, then it's all over. Yesterday, I'm going to show you too, yesterday, where we were waiting to see if she would go deeper. I looked at the trade later on and she did go to that location that I wanted her to go to, but it was an hour or so later and she did a pullback. So, she did go there, but not until much later. And that, we're not waiting on all of that. For me, for my scalping, I want that, like this 5 minute, this is not making me happy. I really would want her to have already executed this by now. But under the situations, it's kind of like here, if you're in Florida, um, you're here in Florida and you have different types of hurricanes. We have a lot of different hurricanes. A lot of these EMAs are a lot of support resistance in our way. And another thing that's going against us in our favor is time. She's really consolidating a lot, and that might go against us. So 950. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bars we've been waiting for her to push through. So that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. And that's where putting the stop loss that I did should, even if she does pull back, we should be okay to take the trade. Would have liked her have already pushed through, but since she didn't, there's not enough conviction. I really want my Dom to be showing. Here, if you look at all of these asks and bids, I want to peek and see what this looks like on the 1 minute. I want to see if it would have hit our getting out areas. Yeah, this isn't looking good for us right now. It did look like she would come back up and then sell down. So we'll see if she does. We have all this profit right now we could have taken, but we're going to try to stick to what we're doing, trading off of the 5 with holding that 21 to take us to where we want to go. If you look at it like we did on the lower time frame, she'd be like, you know what, forget this. But we're doing it off of the 5, so the 5 is a lot stronger. And also another reason that I wanted to do the 5 again today was I was thinking about our session yesterday, and I was like, man, there I had learned a couple good cool things um in that 1 minute where I was waiting for my setup for the 5, and then all the opportunities that we had on the 1 minute. It was really cool to see how I would have played that, and I was talking it out to myself, and then still giving me opportunity, and what happened after all that drama then happens on the 5. So, I did like that. I did like that a lot. So, I might be doing more of this 5-minute. What would be good is to have one trade or one account doing the 5, and then the other you could be doing the lower time frames as it's presenting itself. Like for here on this 5-minute when we got in. When I got in here, that looks really late. If that put me in right here, that is so late. Why did I get in so late? Let me see. Let me see my orders. 9:34 at 106. Oh, we got to exit a sell on the 15-minute. There she goes, mama. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, there she goes. 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 She's gonna hit our target. She's gonna hit our target. She's gonna hit our target. Go, mama. 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 Okay, so we got the 2-minute on. Screw the 2-minute. Let's do the 1 minute. We got the 1 minute we cared about. Woo-hoo! Go, girl. Boom, baby, boom. Boom, shika, boom, shika, boom, shika, boom. Look at all that yum, yum. And of course, she's going to push on. She's going to push on through a little bit more. Little hussy and all. Okay, so let's think about this so we can catch the extension. See if we can catch it. 50-minute. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Okay, let's see. On the 5-minute, she's over that. We could just get in and see if she does it on the 2-minute, on the 1 minute. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. The 2-minute. Let me see the 2-minute. I've seen her come back up and test this 800 and then continue back down. So That's what I'm looking for to happen before I get in. To take it. I want to look and see where I'm going. She looks like she's going to pull my way back down into there. Okay, so that I'm putting it right to here. She doesn't do it. Move it up halfway. Oh, we're on the freaking 200. We're at the bottom, traders. So I'm looking for the continuation. Oh, no, she wouldn't do it. Okay, that's fine. Too tight of a pullback. So she did come back up in here and test this as I thought. Okay, so we played that a little wrong. This is the 205 minute. All right, so let's go here and we'll do the 205 minute. Do we know? Oh, that's what messed me up as well is I didn't have that two. This is the 2 minute, 200 to 5 minute EMA. Right here is the 200. Oh, shoot. Delete. Dang, I didn't have those things on there. What happened there? I didn't have those suckers on there. I might not have necessarily taken all those trades had I known that. I'm putting it on 5 minutes, 15 minutes on the right, 5 minutes on the left. We're sitting right on that 200 EMA. I'm very tempted. 200 is right here. Black line? Or is it the red line? That's red. Right here is the 200 5-minute EMA. Oh Lord, what happened? 200 500 EMA. What the heck? 200 5-minute. Okay. All right. So we're going to put it back just on 2 frames, and we're going to look at this on the 15-minute. The reason why I like to look at it on the 15-minute is because I know it reminds me of what I know it should do. Oh, it's coming right down to that support level. That was really strong. Let me sync this in the layout. I don't see the support level here on my chart on my 1 minute. I don't see it. We gotta watch this 1 minute. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna go in after this or not. I'm not going in after it because I really think she's going to do a pull back up before she continues down lower. Yeah, and we're on the 15-minute. I'm not liking that. All right, I'm going to be done. We'll see if she continues to go back down. Um, but I'm done. I'm not going to do anymore. If she does it, so be it. Good for her. We got a good trade. Let me show you over here. Let's see what it's like the 5-minute. I want to show you. She's probably gonna freaking do that and piss me off. Um, Here is where we were at yesterday. And we wanted her to get down to here. Remember, we took all these hearts were right here and we're like, oh, it hit it. But I wanted her to come down a little bit deeper. And I really thought she was going to because we had really nice momentum. But she didn't. And look, she ended up coming down to that zone only off of one bar, though. Only off of one bar. If you missed that, if you didn't have your take profit in there, you could have gotten missed because from there, she did not revisit that area at all. And maybe that's where she's at right now. Let's see. But she ended up did pushing down. But oh, let me show you real quick too. But that was not until let me show you how much longer it was. So we got out at 10:55. This move didn't happen until almost 1 o'clock. So it was, almost an hour and 40 minutes later. So that would ended up being an intraday play. Okay. That wasn't happening on that session that we did it. So when that happens to you traders, it's not like you did anything wrong or people are like, well, why did you get out? It was going to go there. Yes, it's going to go there. Fine. But not during my session that I'm planning to scalp for. And it was a scalp. So I was anticipating enough momentum to be in the market to push me down to that zone for my scalping session, so don't let people get in your head about why did you get out? I mean, it ended up going there. Or don't get in your own head, be like, oh man, I should have held it. Well, that's actually an intraday play. So now you really should have other factors that are judging your trade for taking it and holding it longer. You can't, it's just not good practice to it if you mix your scalp into an intraday play, then you have to understand, then you need to pull in other areas, higher time frames, momentum, EMAs, pullbacks, short-term trends. You need to then now add them into your equation of analyzing that trade. Okay. Fibs. So I did want to show you that. That was good for me to see too, because I was like, that's like a time that I'll list. I have to name these plays where, you know what, she did pull it down there, but that one session wasn't until an hour and a half later. So it was really good that you should have gotten out here at this zone here instead of waiting and wanting more. Okay. So that's how I would look at that. I need to name those plays. Also, is a good time to talk about my scalping team. Yay, 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 yay. So I made the banner at the bottom. So if you look at the bottom, it'll tell you go to my website, www.onthedishels.com. If you're interested on being on a scalping team, I am looking for traders. I'm looking for about 6 positions. So what will happen if you go on my website on the homepage and scroll down, you see all my different services. And then in one area it says tryouts. Click on that. It's free. I will get notified and then we'll get on a Zoom call together and talk about your trading, what I'm looking for, if something that you are interested in. Right now, I don't have anyone signing up, so you could be the first ones in. I'm telling you, it's an opportunity you do not want to miss. You don't want to miss this. So I'm super excited about it. Go to my website and can't wait to talk to you. All right. That's going to be it for me today. It's 10:40. What I'm going to do is I don't want to peek at what she's doing to see if she went down further or not. We had a good trade. We did really good. I will go back over and look at my notes. Let's see if we can read them and we'll go over that together real quick. Remember that 9:45 check, or every 15 minutes, check. How are you feeling? And then you can see, what was transpiring, what you were feeling. I really like that every 15-minute check. I think that's pretty smart because it's not too much information, but it's just enough. And 15 minutes of the market move in a scalping session is also good to know. So you definitely want to get your reps in though, traders. If you hit your goal, then that's wonderful. But I want to see my traders getting that chart time. There's hours and hours of chart time. It's only going to make you a better trader. It's only going to give you a better edge because the next person that, let's say for my scalping team, right? The next person that wants to join, I'd be like, okay, so about how many chart hours do you have? And if they're like, oh, I have, I do about 20 hours a week in chart time. I'm like, okay, so if I average out that to 5 days, that's 4 hours of chart time you do a day. Um, that's 4 hours of chart time. Uh, that's pretty good. I would like to see in the beginning for someone who just started trading, and if they're able to do it, they're not having a full-time job. If you're not having a full-time job and you're just doing this for yourself in the very beginning, meaning like your first year, 2 year, I would like to see you doing like 4 to 6 hours a day of chart time. If you can do that 5 days a week, that's perfect. 7 days a week, that's even better. But so if one person comes and talks to me and they're like, oh, I have about 3 hours in a month, I do about 3 hours a week. So that's 12 hours. So I have about 12 hours of chart time in a month. And then another trader comes to me and they're like, yeah, I have about 40 hours of chart time a month. I'm going to be like, okay, this other trader has a lot of more time, more experience being in the charts. Um, and so they're going to know a lot more about the market and how it's moving. I will want to know, like, okay, well, can you show me some stats? Or I can even probably ask some questions to gain an idea of the amount of chart time they probably should have. They do really have. But so the whole point is if you've made your goal, then that's great. See if you can rearrange your schedule where, if you make your goal by 10:30, 11 o'clock, well, do that if you can do the afternoon, or even when you get home from work. Send 2 hours if you can, hour and a half, 2 hours a night doing replay and then predicting how the market should move. So even though you're not live, you can still do the replay in TradingView for that session and get your chart time in that way. Because I know in the evening, the market does not move as nice and fast as you really should be able to get more experience in that type of market conditions. So you can always do the replay. So I would encourage you to do that. Um, if you have any questions, let me know. Today's Friday. Um, I may get on today and do a Bitcoin analysis. May get on and do a Bitcoin analysis. So we shall see. It looks like that little hussy did continue to push down. It looks like she did push down, little brat. Oh, she did. Look at her, little. So she did push down. It's okay. There she goes. Darn it and all. Darn it and all. So I think we were going to. No, that wasn't our ad. This right here is your ad. Oh, you know what we were looking? We were looking for her to retest that 800. Let's see if she came back up and retested that 800. She retested here. So she did come back up and retest that 800 like I thought she would for the continued sell back down. So if we had gotten in here thinking she would sell again, we would have had a pullback, which probably would have changed my mind. Oh, look, I'm not even showing you my chart. I'm sorry. Right here. uh, She tested the 800 once here, and then if we gotten in here for the retest and go and hoping that she would have done this, what she's doing now, she pulled back again and retested it. And then this really here was your entry. So it was 2 times, 1, 1, 2 times, not just 1 time, 2 times the 800. And I think that is about average. 2 times she tests that 800 for the next wave down, for the next leg down. So if I would have gotten in there then, I would have been discouraged because I would have thought that, you know what, she might be pulling back because we are on such strong EMAs. That would have really deferred my confidence in that trade playing off. That's Let's look at that on the 5 minute. Let's see what that looks like on the 5. Yeah, the 5, you can't really tell all of that drama happened. You see this big bar. You see this big bar, but look, we got 2 minutes left in this candle. So just trading we at this zone, this was a very important zone, I have to admit. That was making me pause. But that's what can happen, and that's why it's really important to be able to know what she normally does at those zones so you have confidence at them. So here it's what it looks like on the 5. And you had this green bar here, you just weren't sure. Actually, let's look at that one. Let's see what it looks like on the 3 layout. We'll do a 3 layout. We're going to do the 1 minute at that time. We're going to do the 2 minute, and then we're going to do the 5 minute. Okay. So the 1 minute, we were like, it's going to test this 800. It actually went a lot higher. Looked like it could possibly do a huge pullback. So that I would have been like, see, I'm so glad I got out because it was strong area support and resistance, and she's probably going to do a pullback up higher. That's that one. And that's actually touching this. So if we did the stronger EMA to hold it, we would have been like, okay, let's see if she can hold that. If she doesn't pass through here. So actually here on the 2 minute or here was your great entry. And then when you get up here, this is another stopping block. Then when you get to the 800 here on the 2 minute, you might be like, oh, she might not push through that. But she did push through that and did not pull back. Now, she's pushing down here, but I believe she'll come back up and test this 800 again too. Oh, but look, she's coming right down to that support level. So, boom. Dang, that was a nice freaking trade, man. Sheesh. That's a bummer. See, those are the moments that I get a little frustrated with myself. Like, I mean, I'm okay with it, but at the same time, that's why it's very, very, very important to have that confidence when your trade is at those strong levels of support and resistance. That, you know what? I have a sample size of 10 trades, 10 opportunity, 10 situations when the setup is like that. And 7 out of 10 times she pushes through. So then you'd be like, okay, I'm just going to take it because on average, it normally does push through. So that's what I have to get instilled. If you get that instilled in your brain, you're going to be a lot more confident and taking trades and continuing on. I feel like my subconscious has more of it not working out than it working out. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Just too much support and resistance right there. It's just too much. But I did know that with that 800 that she would retest that. So I'm glad that happened. That makes me feel better. But now I know that it's really 2 times on average. I should look for a 2-time retest right here on the 1 minute. Test that 800 and then get in for that trade. And then this 800, she did pass that. And that was even the 800 on the 5. So I would even thought this might not do it. But this here is a very strong candle. So that's really good data. That really is. If we look at this on the 1 minute, goodness, that is, we were trading off the 5 though. Remember, our rule was to trade off the 5. I moved this purple over, so she's about done. And that was a huge ride back up because that was, oh my gosh, that was 2,000 points. She went up and then she dropped 2,000 points. 2,300 points up and 15. That's about what she runs to at New York Open. That's a normal run for her on average. I feel like this week's been kind of choppy, so she's about done. Boy, that was a real good learning lesson. I cut myself short because I just don't have that back testing of how many times she pushes through. Because again, I repeat, really just for myself. We had the 30-minute 50. We had the 200. Let's see, what does it say? We had the 30-minute 50. We had the 200 5-minute EMA right here. We had the 1 hour 50 right here. The 800 on the 5. Like she just breezed through them. That's a good trade right there, traders. Yeah, that's a beautiful trade right there. That is a good trade right there. But I really want to harp more on this, where levels we were at. This is the 1 hour 50. This might not be the 1 hour 50 anymore. It might have changed. No, it still is 1 hour 50. Okay, so we want to put this on below. Okay, we can see it better. She just done fell out the sky. So on the 5-minute, we had all of those support and resistance levels. So for 5, 10, 15 minutes, she really just paused here. And then nice strong candle. Don't get out on big bars. Get out after them because you get this. This 800 would have given me pause too. It was also your 15-minute 200. And I think this is where she did a lot of consolidating on the lower time frames. Let's look at it. Let me see. I got to identify which area that is. Right here. We'll put a symbol right here. And then let's see what happened. That's a 5-minute. Let's see what happened on the lower time frames at that zone. I think that's our 800 retest. On the 1 minute. Nope. 2 minute. Okay. So at this 800 5-minute EMA, that was the 200 EMA, 800, 2-minute 800 EMA. She did push through it. So you re-entered, you came up, or if you waited after the 800 because you weren't sure, that might have been me, just weren't sure, you wait for it to break, but then now you're on the 15-minute 200. Excuse me. So you just see like, oh Lord, is she going to break that? And then when she did break that, you would definitely get in, put your stop loss right above the 200 she didn't commit. So if you waited, I could see me waiting maybe. But right here, I might even think of 2 retests. So really, really, for me, I need more chart time in setups like that. That is one of the downfalls with learning EMAs when you first start out, is they do influence your decisions. And then that can cost you too. But if you look at it on the 5 and you knew you had your 15-minute EMA and that sucker looks thick like that, you need to just be like, nope, I'm getting out after. I'm just going to play it and see how it happens. You really need to have that confidence. And really, for me, I see that confidence when I look at this 5-minute. That 800 would really give me pause as well. But again, if you waited, I mean, you just got to play it out. That's what's so great about the market. It'll always give you an opportunity to get better. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this session. We were on for an hour and a half, and I will see you on Monday. Have a great afternoon, traders. Make sure you keep to your rules. Make sure you know your max loss per day, how much you can lose per day, and and then with that number, how many trades can you take? Are you just going to take one trade? I wouldn't recommend that. So if you have a certain amount of money, let's say you can, you have $200 that use your max loss per day, but you want to take 4 trades. So you would take $200 divided by 4, and then that would let you know the amount for each trade it can go against you, and you have 4 chances. Okay. All right, traders, I'll see you soon. Have a great day.